Hey friends, it's Life Coach Rich coming to you today to talk about some relationship advice. One of the things I want to talk about, it does in this video, does body count equal morality? Um, so some people will debate that and say, yes, it does. It definitely, a higher body count equals equates something related to morality. And some will say, well, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the body count as far as whenever you have a relationship. So I'll just kind of describe something. I think that the body count, if you think about some sort of morality, if you're trying to live your life related to a moral code. So, for example, in a Christian environment, if you want to get married someday, if you want to try to live to follow Jesus, the God of the Bible, then that you're operating along some lines of you're going to have some sort of sense of morality there that the Bible tells you about. The Bible does, if you're trying to follow Jesus and live according to the Bible, then you would have some sort of morality code there that it does speak related to. We are made in the image of God, and then so therefore, sex is not just completely separate and just something that you do. It's not separate from morality. It's not separate from us. It's not just an act that your body does. That it is an integrated part of ourselves, and so we would want to think about that. And you could maybe have an inverse correlation with the higher the body count. Well, then, like if you had body count as you go this way, if the higher the body count, then it's an inverse relationship with sort of maybe a lower moral standard as you increase your body count. And so that's how some people would kind of describe that. Um, Now, if you live your life and then you're just thinking, okay, no, I don't think that it's a moral thing. I think sex is just something to be enjoyed between people. Then I would still caution related to higher body counts. Why? Because it is you're kind of training. You're basically training yourself. So if you're just into hookups and then you go on to the next partner, you're training yourself to basically only appreciate the emotional high that you're on at the beginning of a relationship. A lot of relationships last 2 years or less, or if you're just thinking about hookups, they're not going to last. They may not even last very long, a month or even that, and so a month or two. So when you think of it from that perspective, there is an underlying desire for everybody, and as far as intimacy is concerned, and closeness, and you're training yourself, the higher the body count, as you continue to pursue hookup relationships. It does. You might say, well, that's fine. It's going to be. It doesn't matter. If you live by that kind of thinking, then I would strongly caution you about that because it does at some point you'll reach a time that you do want closeness and intimacy with somebody, but you've trained yourself to not really seek that in relationships. Why? Because you're just looking for pleasure. You're just looking for fulfilling lust. Love gives. Okay, love gives. Lust takes. So, oh, baby, I love you so much. That's why we need to sleep together. No, no, it's really should be defined. I lust you so much. That's it. It's not love. If you love that person, then you're willing to wait. But for commitment, you're willing to wait for an established relationship to get to know the person. Instead of once you become physical, it is just a strict emotional high. You're not really seeing the true self. You could ignore maybe even red flags in a relationship, and that's just not a healthy pattern to get into. I believe that God has made us. I believe that God made sex and that we're in his image. We are following after him. And therefore, he has made it a very special thing between two people in the commitment of marriage. And so when you have that commitment, you have the safety in that relationship to be vulnerable with each other. You have the commitment. Hopefully you have been with that person for a long time before, and then are married. That's sort of the ideal. You know them for a long time in different settings and stuff. Then you get engaged, you get married, and then you can continue to learn. You can learn about sex in the safety of a marriage. That's God's design. And I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of brokenness in our world. There's a lot of things that have happened in abuse situations, or even if you're not a Christian, and then like for myself, I wasn't a Christian. I was seeking after sex when I was in high school. Just certain situations didn't work out, and then in hindsight, I think that was the hand of God protecting me in those situations. And waiting until marriage, until I become a Christian my senior year of high school, and then got married when I was almost 30. So I'll talk about that some in another video. But in this one, please understand that I talk about this stuff in this video because it's something that I want to try to have a discussion about and a conversation about. There's a lot of brokenness in our world. There's a lot of things that have hurt people, and I just want you to know that Jesus, uh, after having come to Jesus, after having faith in Him and trusting Him with your life, if there's brokenness and stuff that's happened in the past, whether things that were done to you or things that you have done, even if you have a high body count, then there is forgiveness and healing and cleansing in Jesus. That's the life changing message that I would like to encourage you with today. And in seeking after fulfillment and seeking after selfishness, that ultimately does not. You can continue to pursue selfishness. Ultimately, that does not give you satisfaction in life. Only becoming at peace with your Creator is going to give you true satisfaction in life. And once you come to Him, the God of the Bible, He forgives. He forgives any things that has happened to you, any things that you have done, and He can give you newness of life in Him, so that you can go forward free. Now, there's still going to be things that maybe you need to get counseling for, Christian counselor, to be able to put some stuff behind you. But there is healing and forgiveness and cleansing by the blood of Jesus. And that is your hope. That is your fulfillment. And that is what we need to seek after more than just temporary pleasure of hookups. Um, so that's what I have for you. Uh, Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for, please think about the things that I said in this video. Please share, like, and subscribe. We need to, none of us are perfect, guys. We need to keep improving together. And thanks for watching. This Life Coach Rich. We'll see you next time.